Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
On you, Courtney.
Was Brock Lesnar sitting here last time?
Somebody with a large melon.
Yeah, I put these on and it was someone with a ginormous melon, and you said it was a wrestler.
No, it could have been. I don't know.
Brock Lesnar.
No, maybe.
Is he still in Alexandria?
I don't know. You know, he
Canada
gets
now.
He's in Canada.
Yeah, a lot of. I know he's spotted up at Lake of the Woods numerous times.
Sometimes?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got a friend that goes up there and says he sees him once in a while.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Does he ever like try to tickle him to see if he gets?
I
into
don't
a
know.
Fight?
I sure wouldn't.
I wouldn't tickle him.
And you know who else? Since we're talking about wrestlers, you know who the Undertaker is?
Yeah.
His brother lives here.
Here in town?
Yeah, I see him every day.
Should we have him on the show?
We could.
Remember, didn't we call Kim the Undertaker? What would we call her?
Was
Even?
that a bushwhacker?
That was her.
Yeah, the Bushwhackers.
She was
I
a
think.
bushwhacker.
Oh boy, aren't you
Ooh, I
glad
gotta
you
turn
came
on
in?
I gotta turn this fan on. I'm getting a little hot. Get a little hot in here.
You should have had one more beer before you got here.
I should have. I had 2 glasses of wine last night at my Rotary fundraiser.
Oh.
And yeah. So can I show off my shirt? Because it's Mother's Day week.
You sure can.
It says, "Cool mom."
Look at that, cool
Cool
mom.
mom. Not a regular mom.
Not a regular mom.
Yep. You like
Nice.
that, Em?
That's great.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep. So I don't know if my son would agree, but okay. Well, welcome to the show. I'm so excited. Last week was kind of a shit show because we had technical issues.
Yeah, we did.
We're going to blame Facebook because it was just a weird situation, but super happy that I was able to get everybody squared away. We had Oh for Heaven's Cakes on. It was awesome. Loved talking with them. We left hungry. So let's introduce this show because we are actually indeed live today, Tuesday, May 9th. It's May 9th. Yep. So this is Put a Fork in It, Grand Forks' most favorite talked about Facebook live show. That's right. That's right. We're live here at Grand Forks Best Source. So my name's Courtney Barstead-Logan. I'm a realtor with Remax Grand, and you can find me on social media at Grand Cities Living. If you want to report me for saying a naughty word or something like that, you can find me and my broker once in a while at 1375 South Columbia Road, Suite G. So feel free to file a complaint. We'll put it in the complaint file.
It always seems to me like you're going to say, "Sweet Jesus."
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus. That's
You can
enough.
find us. Yes, I love it. Okay, so last week we had our event, Women, Wealth, and Wisdom, and it was super fun. We also had some technical issues there, so that it must have been the day of the thing. But I got myself a vodka tonic before we started, and things got real. So
I was a little nervous at that.
she
But.
was a little nervous. So I have one of my beautiful co-hostesses here from the event, Emily Hills-Boyle from Gate City Bank. Good morning.
Good morning.
She's also a viewer of the show once in a while.
Avid viewer.
Avid viewer, tunes in.
All right, we're up to like 5 now.
Yay! I know.
I'm a subscriber.
Right. Are you? Yeah. And shout out to my mom. So
Hey, that's
fine.
more.
Yeah.
I've only of the thousands of shows we've done.
Yeah.
I've only watched 2 of them.
Yeah.
and it was both times to show my mom what I do.
yes.
She
See?
had no idea.
My mom tunes in once in a while and she'll be like, "Hey, hello." So she's been texting me. I think she forgets. So we'll see if she tunes in or if she just keeps texting me this morning around the 9:30 hour. So we had Women, Wealth, and Wisdom. We talked a little bit about it last week with intern Carly, but fun time.
It was good.
It was so
Yeah.
good. It was so good. So let's reel it back for a hot second and share what you do in the realm of wisdom and wealth
Like what I do for work.
and life. Yeah. Yeah.
I am a mortgage banker, mortgage loan officer at Gate City Bank.
Aren't you like a senior universal lender?
Yes. So technically, I am a senior universal lender, which technically means that I can do both mortgage loans and any type of personal loan. Just with the climate in the last couple of years, it's been mostly mortgage.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what
Aren't
I
you
do.
glad I know your title?
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, I'm a mortgage lender. I'm like, actually, you're a grand poopah of
Actually.
all the things.
Yes.
So, and our other co-host, Allison Perez, with American Federal Investments, she's probably investing someone's money right now, but couldn't join us. But
booked today.
She's booked. She's booked. So we talked everywhere under the sun about anything financial. It was super fun. We had some drinks and apps and gifts and giveaways and
wisdom.
and so much wisdom. So we had about 20-ish
Yeah.
women there. I would say,
Yeah.
total we had about 24 women there. We gave everyone 6 days notice, which was awesome. So banking compliance is always
Great for moms.
super exciting. Yeah. So we had, I think we started out mainly talking about giving women the confidence to have the conversations because lo and behold, we hear from women all the time that potentially their partner was the one that made the financial decisions. Or a lot of times the men take care of the financial part of the mortgage, right?
Yep.
Women pick out the kitchen.
Yes.
Right.
I will say, though, that pretty quickly you can pick up on who steers what. And I am really proud of the fact that there are a lot of couples that I meet with where it is the ladies taking the reins.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people who I feel like they think that they're left in the dust a bit. So
Yeah. They set maybe the spouse sets the budget, or the or they defer to a lot of people defer to their dads in things.
Yes.
Which is interesting when perhaps dad hasn't purchased a house in 30 years, and his rate was
13%.
a little 13%, and saw on the news you should be able to get 2.
Yes.
So we walked through all of that really from start to finish, and we let the ladies know we don't want you to feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose, because we talked about retirement, we talked about caring for your loved ones, we talked about divorce, we talked about buying a first home, buying your second home when maybe it's just you
Home equity
on your
loans.
own, home equity loans. So we also talked about debt.
Yes.
What am I thinking of?
Like debt ratios.
Debt ratio.
Yes. Yep.
And getting out of debt, and how that's become something where we don't want to talk about it, so we just make it worse.
Yes.
And
Yeah, you don't want to bring it to the forefront because you might be a little embarrassed. So, people just kind of let it go, and it spirals.
And it spirals, and it's unfortunate.
Yes.
So, yes. So what the main point of it was to give women the tools, the resources to be able to say, I now want to go speak with my lender potentially about refinancing. I now want to speak with a lender about, applying for a loan and having that conversation. Maybe they can say in 6 months would be better because let's pay off this credit card, or let's do this thing. Giving them that. And then also giving them the tools to say, okay, how do I map this out?
Right. How do we get there?
Yeah. So, and I think the beautiful part was we had women there that shared that they had just entered retirement.
Yes.
And we had women that had just started their first jobs. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was kind of a wide range of people, which was really awesome.
Yeah. What do you think, like, the biggest takeaway for you with our group was for?
I think just the empowering piece of it, like it was really fun to get, like you said, a wide range of people in the room, people with all different needs, from literally just starting their retirement in that chapter of their life to like starting almost the first financial chapter in their life. So it felt really good to kind of break down the basics with people and just really give them hopefully some good basic knowledge of the financial pieces of different parts of your life, and hopefully they took some stuff away and feel better.
Feel better about
Feel more
it.
wisdom.
More wisdom, she says. Yes. What a good word.
Got more wisdom.
So much wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a ton of feedback on, can't make it, want to do this again. Also after the fact of people saying, like, I already have women that want to come to the next one. So we have talked about that, expanding this and, taking the show on the road, if you will. But doing it again and, honing in, maybe we dive deeper into something, we talk about current trends, whatever it might be. But I think the beautiful part is people are saying, like, give us more of this, because it felt like a great environment for people to ask questions, to feel comfortable sitting at tables of women they didn't know and having conversations about money, which is kind of a taboo, also the part of the world we live in, right?
Yeah. Well, and I even think, like, even for myself, I work in banking, and, there's a lot of stuff, thankfully, that I've gained with knowledge over just doing lending and stuff. But I tell people all the time, like, if I didn't do this for my day-to-day, everyday career, I would have no idea, And so then it just kind of, it makes you sit back at the table and not want to ask questions or talk, because it seems like everyone else does know what they're talking about. So so just to kind of, get some basic information to just start a conversation is helpful.
Yeah, I heard from a few gals who, I would look at them and say, they've got their life figured out. They've got, all this stuff going on. And they're like, oh, I would love to come. I'm like, oh, you probably know this. And they, multiple women, they're now grandmas, but they were like, I have no idea, because, I just really haven't, I've taken care of everything else, right?
Yes.
Like, we know how moms are. It's
Yeah.
like, you've taken care of the appointments, you've taken care of everything else.
Yes.
Someone else is taking care of some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to see that as well, that we're trying to start where we don't want you to get to your 50s or 60s and say,
Have no idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Can I retire?
Yeah. And hopefully it just kind of empowers people to, maybe it is like, maybe your partner does do a better job of it, but at least you can kind of be a part of the conversation too. So you're not completely in the dark.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. And I even think single, where, someone might be, a widow, or they might, just be living their best life and not relying on another, person's income into that.
Yes.
But they just have relied perhaps on their employer, right? They've done their minimum contribution or, whatever, but they've never sat down to say, how can I maximize this? What does that look like?
Yeah.
So, So it was pretty cool. Loved the questions we were getting from people and the feedback. I think people enjoyed it. And like we had said, again, total disclaimer, we were not there to sell you anything, a house, a mortgage, financial package. It was to either get you to feel comfortable having questions answered by us, if that's it, or going back to the person that you are using and saying, hey, I've heard this. Can I ask more questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
So always interesting, always good. Loved the eye-opening stuff when people say, what should I be doing? Definitely right now, people say, I purchased a decent rate, bought a house, now I need to do updates and projects. And that's something I'm sure you guys are getting a lot of questions about.
Yes, people who might have were one of the lucky ones and had a home during the pandemic. And when the rates crashed, they got to refinance. So now they're in a really good rate, locked in, and they might have a need or a want to get into a different house, but right now financially it might not just make sense. So a lot of calls coming in for people just wanting to maybe just focus on the home that they do have, and if they have enough equity to pull that out and do some projects and stuff and stay in it just a little bit longer than they expected to.
You guys have, and I think I just saw like an ad about it. So, but yeah, is it the like home update, home project?
Yes, we do have a home improvement loan. I mean, apart from just the regular home equities, to be honest, I don't know a lot about it. Just because I haven't been working that side. So
But it's something to explore if you think, okay, I've only been in my house a year, but I knew I needed a new roof. Life is not, giving me all of the apples that I need to do that. So.
And I want to say that there's some, it's some program with the city too. So there's some partnership there.
Yep.
I wish I knew more about it so I
Yeah.
could tell you right now, but I don't.
Yeah,
so,
that's okay. I
yeah.
put you in the hot seat for a
Yeah,
reason. So
it's
you're
okay.
welcome.
Yeah.
And you guys have an event is it this week or next week?
We have an event on, let me check. It is the 23rd, I think.
23rd.
Yes, Tuesday the 23rd. We're doing a first-time home buyer seminar. So we'll just be mostly about buying home for the first time.
For the
so
first time. Yeah.
we're going to walk through a lot of those basics
Yeah.
and just really get into that.
And that's at the Spud again.
It's at the Spud Junior.
Oh my gosh, you know how to work the
Yes.
technology now,
Yes.
so shouldn't be an issue.
We'll bring up my Dell computer.
Yes,
So.
and a huge shout out to the Spud Junior. I did tell them, but I was like, this was probably one of the better events that I've ever held. One of the best
Yeah.
because the everything from the staff to the setup. I mean, they just were so wonderful, accommodating,
Yeah.
checking in on us.
It looked great in there
Price
too.
wise, yeah, people thought we had decorated it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they had done that for us.
It was
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I highly, highly recommend if you're looking for a place to grab lunch, go for it. Or
Yeah.
if you want to have an event, the Prohibition Room, they're just amazing. And so, yeah, the chef Eddie, he was like over there plugging in cords for us and helping us, and yeah, couldn't have asked for better.
Yeah, it was
better
a really,
people.
really good setup.
Yes. So please support our local businesses and head over to the Prohibition Room if you need to host an event like this. Do you hear that outside?
Somebody's getting murdered.
John is gonna lose his marbles because they opened the play area
No,
out
is that what that
there.
is?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the murder area.
Yeah.
It's the area where all adults in that area seem to miraculously go deaf.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. They're like, I can't handle the screams in my house. I'm gonna bring them
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
The parents are just thinking, I just hope this makes them sleep better tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get it out.
Begun the Playland Wars have.
I know. I see the smoke coming out of his ears.
It's okay. We'll get the siren going here when we're done.
Right? I want to go out there and be like, inside voices, children, inside voices.
That's what I tell my dogs.
Right?
Inside voices.
Inside.
They actually listen though. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's true.
They're trained.
That's true. Yeah. But like really, moms just need a break out here. They're just locking them in. So
Yeah.
yes. Well, I appreciate you joining me because I know this is just something that's always been on your bucket list.
Yes, it has. It is. I can definitely cross it off for
I know.
sure.
She's excited. She's excited.
Celebrity on my favorite show.
Yeah, see? I know. It's kind of like Regis and Kelly back in the day. You're like, I'm going to be on it someday, and it's going to be a hot
I manifested
topic.
this for myself.
I've been waiting a long time. So not only were you my client, now we get to work together and helping
Yeah.
people find their first home. So it's always exciting
It's fun. Yes.
to come full circle. So
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
We should have like favorite client appearances or something.
Yeah.
Be like, what's the funniest thing that happened during your purchase? Things like that. So
Yeah.
okay. Mother's Day is on Sunday. Do you have big plans, or do you know if there's big plans planned for you?
No.
okay.
I'm hoping that my husband remembered it.
No.
We are having a little brunch. My sister just texted me this morning. She's going to do a little brunch at her house for like my mom and
Yeah.
our side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I know
Okay.
so far.
Okay. So this is your friendly warning to everyone out there. It is Mother's Day on Sunday here. Maybe go to Oh for Heaven's Cakes, get something nice.
Yes.
Just something delightful that mom would love. And maybe
Maybe give her a quick 10-minute break for the day.
Isn't that funny? Like people are like, what do you want? It's like, I don't know, like maybe a hot hour of just like being able to like read and sit in the bathtub
Where I
without
don't,
somebody banging on the door.
Yeah, or I don't hear screams in the background like someone's getting murdered.
Yeah, like it's that simple. So you don't have to like go all out and
Nope.
do the shopping. Like just say like, hey, mom, here's the deal.
Why don't you take the kids to this playground?
Yeah. But also,
Well, I can stay home.
Yeah.
I saw or heard a thing on the radio this morning saying it was a very high percentage, but I can't remember what it was, of women that would prefer to just have an hour alone of quiet time than even have breakfast in bed on Mother's Day.
Yep.
1000%.
Absolutely. Yes. 'cause-
Easily.
Yes.
Yes.
1000%. And the best part I think is also, I think my hour would probably be like not at home, because if I get an hour at home, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I got to wash the floor. I've got to clean, like you think of all these things,
Yes,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So if you'd be like, actually, I'm giving you a
I'm gonna go
Starbucks
to
gift card, go
Target
sit there for an
by
hour.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if my wife wants a couple of hours of alone time on Sunday, I'll give it to her.
Yeah. Right? You'd be like, there's also a list of chores that need to get done. I know the whole thing. So maybe we should start like a quiet space in town where it's like, guess what? I booked you in for an hour of the quiet room. You know,
Yes,
it's just
that
it
would
has
be
a cozy
nice.
couch and like Netflix on.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
fun.
Well, an hour with Real Housewives is really what Emily needs for Mother's Day, and I think we all deserve a little bit of that after, especially after this winter of
Yes.
the craziness. So, so definitely wishing all the mamas out there, whatever type of mama role you play in this world, happy Mother's Day to you, and. Make sure that you follow us. We will have another event.
Yeah.
We can't leave our
cannot.
our friends hanging. So we will be having another event. We'll get that sorted out. Definitely take some feedback if people will be sending something if you attended, just so we can kind of hone in on what's most important for the next time. And then if you have questions are always free to ask. So feel free to reach out. You can message me if you want Emily's information or Allison, who was talking about all the financial stuff that it's 401ks and Roths and things like that. It's still a foreign language to me.
Yep.
So,
That is not my realm.
I'll deal with the radon.
Yeah.
So, yep. So,
Fun.
all right. Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And make sure that with everything you do today and for Mother's Day, you put a fork in it.